We deem it a privilege to introduce our esteemed chief guest, Vice Chancellor, Dr. D.Y. Patil University, Dr. Sanjay Oak Sir. Dr. Oak is a renowned surgeon specialized in the field of pediatric surgery and laparoscopy. He is the former Dean of King Edward Memorial Hospital, Mumbai. Dr. Oak is a prolific writer in Marathi and weekly columnist of great repute. He is the proud recipient of Dr. B.C. Roy Award for Development of Laparoscopic Surgery in Pediatrics. I feel extremely honored to invite on stage Dr. Sanjay Oak Sir.
President Dr. Vijay Patil, Shivani Madam, principals of both the colleges, RAIT as well as the College of Architecture, Ramesh and Dr. Chaudhary, all you extremely handsome and beautiful looking young graduates. Your parents who have truly made this day possible. Dada Dadiyon, as Ramesh said, and I don't know why he left out, so I'm not going to leave out if there are any Nana Naniyo also. My heart, first of all, goes to few individuals. Late Shri Ramrao Adik sir, the former Chief Minister of our state, late Shri Vasant Dada Patil, and the icon of inspiration in this entire complex, our own Dada, Padma Shri Dr. D.Y. Patil. This is one of the most beautiful functions that I have attended in the last 2.5 years after taking over the reins as Vice Chancellor. And I'm so proud that it comes from the affiliated college to Mumbai Vidyapith, which is incidentally a parent university to many of us. I'm sure when me and Vijay sir were talking on the days, I could see the proud feelings that come from the heart of an alumnus, and that is what Vijay sir is today here. He's sitting more in the capacity of an alumnus rather than as a group president to all of us. And therefore, though I have been bestowed upon a responsibility of delivering a chief guest address, I am going to do something different. I am going to keep my rehearsed printed speech away and going to talk to you right from my heart. I was so happy when I saw that the first candidate who topped Mumbai Vidyapith in instrumentation engineering, pardon me, a surgeon, not an engineer, is from RAIT. I mean, that is something. That is something that makes me proud. Dear friends, I was destined to be an engineer having selected for IIT in 1976. But my father had other plans. And he said, no engineering, be a surgeon. But when I look back at the career and the way the things are changing and improving, nothing in the health sector, nothing in the sector of higher education of a university is possible without the help of engineers and technocrats. And that is the credit goes to you. Today, when you go home, the first thing that you do, it's my request to you, it touch your mother and father's feet. Please do that. Please do that. You may have been grown-ups, you have become 23, 24 years, you have become B Arch or BE or whatever it may be. You are still their small toddler whom they have raised all these years. Things might not have reached to you, but to give you a Samsung Galaxy S5 or an iPhone i6, your father may have skipped something that he had planned to buy for himself for years together. Today you give him that happiness that my degree, my career, my achievement, which is just a milestone, which is just a mid-landing in my career, is first credited to you. I just want to pass on some subtle messages to you today. Let's talk first of all about the degree that you're going to get. I don't know who has designed this enclosure, but Dr. Ramesh, having looked at this, can you reserve a seat for me next year in your college? Dear friends, in my career, in my lifetime, I have held education second to none. And though I am in possession of 17 graduate and postgraduate qualifications, there is not one, not even from England, which is as beautiful as what you are going to get today. You are so fortunate that you engineers and architects is the first group that is going to carry home today our new brand logo which Vijay sir has designed. You all know that this was unveiled on 15th of August 2014 last year. Huge amount of work has gone behind this. And you are in a unique position that you are going to carry the brand logos, the monograms of D.Y. Patil as well as Mumbai Vidyapeeth with you today. Kindly remember the sentences that both the universities carry. While Mumbai Vidyapeeth says, Sheela Vrutta Phala Vidya, we say Jnanadhinam Jagat Sarvam. And both carry subtle messages to you that knowledge is second to none. The entire encompass of this universe is confined within knowledge. And everything, the vidya, the results, are looking good, or they look good because of a good sheel and charitriya that you will have in your subsequent lifespan. I don't know how many of you know the meaning of this particular logo. I know the genesis, the birth of this, and none other than Dr. Vijay Patil has worked about 3 months just to come to this particular concept of logo. If you look at the logo of Harvard, the next thing that you remember is a DYPU logo. That was the thought process behind it. But the red color that our logo carries talks of vibrancy of youth. The sun that you see on the logo speaks of radiant energy and the warmth that the education and youth carries. The open book is a stand that the university as DYPU takes in dispersing the knowledge. And what best example of this can be than a medical simulation laboratory, which is first of its kind in this part of world, which is created by DYPU, but it is not meant only for DYPU. Today it trains and teaches everybody in and around Mumbai and even people from SAARC countries. That's the open book policy of dispersing the knowledge through the university. This beautiful enclosure will give you the degree, will give you a license to perform. You will also get a registration number in your respective faculty to go on with your professional work. But your learning should not stop at this level. There is no end to learning. And knowledge changes every 5 years. In medical side, if I don't change along with the tide, I will become obsolete. And therefore, there is only one constant thing, dear friends, and that is change. Change in the society, change in the teaching, learning methodologies, change in the concepts of knowledge, and change in the execution of your competencies and skills. And therefore, never ever stop learning, even when you are on the wrong side of 60 or 65. There's a beautiful ghazal which has been sent by Jagjit Singh, and that says, बदला न अपने आप को जो थे वही रहे, मिलते रहे सभी से मगर अजनबी रहे. Never become an ajnabi in a crowd. Create that feeling of friendship, foster that bond with your colleagues, and carry on the torch of spreading the knowledge and acquiring and assimilating newer and newer concepts within yourself. Unless and until you change, unless and until you acquire knowledge, well, whether you do ME or MTech or PhD is immaterial. It is not the length of degrees that you attach behind your name that matters. It is the depth of your competence that you execute in the society that matters. And therefore, dear friends, learn at all levels. Learn from even unskilled manual laborers with whom you will start working in the field from tomorrow onwards. He may not have got an opportunity or good fortune to come to RIIT or DYPU or Mumbai Vidyapeeth, but he is the one who has perhaps taken the job that you are now qualified to do in an era when even you were not born. He has the practical wisdom. He has the skills. Learn it even from the junior most of your colleagues. The second message is, be always humble and polite. Vidya vinayana shobhati. Never show off. Is there anything wrong in acquiring materialistic things? Absolutely no. You are entitled to have the best of your things, best of car, best of homes. That is your right. Only thing is that achieve it, acquire it by honest, committed hard work. No shortcuts. You should get certain things in life when you are on the wrong side of 50. That befits you at that time. You should not get it, or you should not aspire for it when you are 24 or 25. And therefore, learn to wait. God sometimes gives you good things at the earnest things, but for certain things He asks you to wait. And you become impatient, and He sends you a message, Shraddha and Saburi. Just hold on. Things will come to your way at the right time. You continue to strive in your excellence and do the hard work. And the last message that I want to give it to you, today perhaps is the only day when you and your batchmates are together. From tomorrow onwards, there will be no RIIT for you. Some of you will go abroad. Some of you will take master's admissions in IITs and other colleges. But keep that bond of friendliness with you. Now, luckily with this technology, contacting each other, contacting people whom you have never seen or met has become possible. I, as a Vice Chancellor, have a responsibility of building the strong alumni association. And I'm not looking just as alumni associations of medical college, dental college, engineering college. I am looking at alumni association of the entire university. And Ramesh sir was talking about 16,000 and 14,000, am I right? Yes. Vijay Patil sir has built a stadium with 55,000 capacity. What's the problem to you and me then? So therefore, the alumni association should touch that particular strength. And like late Dhirubhai Ambani used to conduct meetings, let me have the pride of conducting a meeting in our beautiful D.Y. Patil Stadium. Now see, alumni association. Alumni associations is a strength for a Vice Chancellor. Not just to fill up one column of UGC. No, that's the least of the things. But in alumni, I expect few things. See, now when I was the chief of KEM Hospital, when I was the chief of Nair Hospital earlier, we used to get a lot of funds coming directly from alumni. And we did so many things, building a new hostel, equipping that. Well, funds is not an issue to us, but we want your ideas. From tomorrow onwards, when you will actually work in the industry, I want you, when you are in your managerial cadres, in your higher cadres of your organization in the industry, I want a strong industry academia bondage between you and RIIT, between you and DYPU. And promise me that you will never ever forget the alma mater from where today you are taking flight into fancies. If one of your own alumnus is sitting on the dais as a president, I see no reason for which we should have at least 10 more presidents in the industry in the next decade. Give me that happiness, my dear friends. All the best to you.